Welcome back, everyone, to the Hyperactive Podcast Just Talk. However, today is not an official podcast. Instead, it's going to be more of an update video, I would say. Earlier in the year, I'm sure you guys all watched and saw us talking about all of these goals and all the effort that we are going to be putting in. But as of recently, we haven't really been living up to those expectations, and we can even acknowledge that on our own end. And we've been getting frustrated ourselves, so you're not alone in that one. But what we're doing today is just kind of debriefing, essentially letting you all know that we're not stopping anything. Nothing's being halted. And we are going to be changing things up at least a little bit, though. Do you guys want me to just explain everything, or it's up to you, because I don't really care?
I mean, do you want to pass it on? I don't fucking care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I mean, if you guys have anything to add in, I guess. But essentially, we are taking the pod, and we're going to be dispersing a little bit. So we're still going to be doing the podcast. I know we've been lacking as of late heavily. Just life is what it is. So because of that, we are deciding to change the scheduling for the pod. We're going to be doing, instead of weekly, moving it to more of an every other week type of situation. There's a multitude of reasons for that. One, I do think it helps the actual topics in the podcast, because sometimes, I'm sure some of you have noticed, some weeks are more dry than others. It's not always popping every single week. So I figured, or at least we figured, that if we give it a little more time for us to gather those topics, it's going to be a little more fluent when we actually have the pod that comes up. And plus, it gives us a little more time to plan out for small activities or little events or whatever they have you during these podcasts when we actually do go out and do them. Another change that is happening is that we're going to be splitting up the content from normal hyperactive videos and the podcast videos that we have. So one channel... Well, actually, we're doing two different channels now. One will have all the podcast stuff on it. So now this is going away. It's still going to be here, just somewhere else. And then all the actual hyperactive videos that we will be doing, we're still determined to get those out and starting going and everything. We've just been slacking on it, admittedly. That will be on the main channel, and it'll be more dedicated for that. And that one's, once again, for a multitude of different reasons, algorithm being one of them, let's be honest. Someone trying to watch podcasts isn't trying to watch a very active video, and vice versa. You know, it just is the way the world works. So, as of right now, that's more or less where we are at. Once again, we're not stopping the pod, but we are kind of reducing the amount of times that we wanted to actually go ahead and do it, just to kind of let us breathe a little bit. Scheduling-wise, of course, and plus I think it'll actually add to the pod and make it feel a little better, in my opinion, when it comes around, maybe a little more special, because you'll get it every now and then, not all the time. Anything you guys want to add and or say to that?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think we are, obviously, I think we're all kind of not only disappointed, but we are sorry that we let, people that were expecting certain videos to come out, haven't come out, and we have let them down. Even, for example, even hot ones, that one took forever to come out, and when it did, there was a lot of hype on it. People have been waiting for it for damn near a year. You know what I mean? So stuff like that, where we've been very lacking, we've been very behind, we haven't really been motivated. We lack the motivation to do them. So I think not only are we disappointed just in that factor that we're not really meeting the goals that we set ourselves earlier this year and what we said on camera, but we also would like to apologize to y'all for not living up to those expectations. So that's why I think spacing out the pod will help us schedule out things a lot more, help us plan things more for those activities, so we can, post regularly in regular videos on our main channel. Because if you scroll way back when, that's what we did. We did active stuff, whether it was inside or outside. We was doing challenges, we was doing stuff outside of podcasts, So we would like to get back into that, and I think I won't say the podcast is holding us back, but it does put a roadblock in our way, because it's, the amount we have to be consistently doing it once a week, and then it's just like we don't want to do anything else after that. It
gets bogged down.
Right, exactly.
Life, schedule, everything.
Yeah, exactly. So I think how Ethan described it is like the podcast will feel a little bit more special because it's not as weekly or not obviously, but it's not as frequent as the bi-weekly version that we'll have too. And I feel like we'll have a lot more things to talk about, and on top of that, probably even better segues to different things. So
better prepared.
Exactly.
Right.
Things won't be as rushed
On the
feeling.
flow.
Exactly. It'll
On
feel
the
like
flow,
we actually
sorry.
planned it out, and it fits a lot more smoothly. Like even sometimes I'm sure some of you even notice in some of our other podcasts when we do have like a certain thing happen, it's like the first time we're doing it, you could tell it's the first time we're doing it. It's very rushed. It's very like loosely put together. Now things should be a lot more planned out, and it should actually have a lot more love put into it. So expect better things from here on out. Podcasts, once again, will be still sticking around, just not as frequently.
Yeah.
I'll leave we're gonna move it to a different, because this is a hyperactive channel. We want this hyperactive channel to be exactly what it's named for: activities, active. So we're going to move all the podcast stuff to a new channel, as Ethan was saying, which I will leave a link in the description.
Hyperpod.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hyperactive podcast, hyperpod, doesn't matter to me. I'll leave a link in the description on this video and future videos as well. Just leave it in there, and we will promote it as well, and we will grow that as a separate thing, but also keep this what the foundation of this channel was meant to be, as what it is. And it'll be less cluttered of stuff, and I feel like you'll be able to find some of our OG stuff that we had 4 or 5 years ago now. Jesus Christ. 4 or 5 years now, stuff that we did, like, sometimes I go back to there, I look at them like, oh man, that was such a long time ago. I smile but cringe at the same time, like, oh my god, we weren't kids, but we were kids, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, bro, we look so different. I thought differently at the time. Like, it's crazy how time flies like that. So it's just it's cool to see, but it's cringe to see at the same time. But I know it's probably cooler for y'all to see it anyways. So I think it'll make it easier for you guys to access those instead of just assuming that we're a podcast channel.
Yeah.
Because this is not what it was. We did this because we just wanted to get back into content creating, and
podcast was an easy way to kind of start.
Yeah, kind of start. And I feel like we've been kind of banking on this for too long. We all feel that way, and that's why we try to set those goals to be better. We didn't meet those expectations. We're already past halfway point of the year, and we have yet to do anything. So we've done a few things, but it just trailed off. We did Hot Ones. I released Hot Ones, and then we released the gaming one, but then all of a sudden we stopped. So we're locking in, and we apologize for that.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, you guys nailed it, everything. I mean, I was just going to pretty much repeat what you guys said, but yeah, we just got to be better and actually really focus on what we actually trying to be and what our identity is as far as the channel wise.
Yep.
So
The effort will be put in. Moses, anything you want to say to those longing fans who can't help but to comment every now and then, to ask you every now and then? Do you have any words of wisdom for them?
Yeah.
They're hanging on every word that you haven't said so far.
Stop asking me shit. I don't know nothing, bro. Like, I know I'm part of the group, but I don't know what.
He's lying. He will know.
No, he's dead
Keep
ass.
asking him,
He's
because
dead
he
ass.
actually will have that insider information.
I'm
He just doesn't want to tell you.
You keep asking me, and watch how fast I'll crash.
You should
out.
keep asking. Keep them questions coming.
No.
Even more so, actually.
We definitely, as a collective, should be a lot more just like involved. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta stop. Like, if one person not saying anything, no one say anything. Like, people gotta start taking initiatives, and we gotta like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
People gotta land. You know what I mean? Like,
We gotta
we're
work together.
working together, and we're planning. We sat here. That's why this is short, because majority of the time we were here is that we were just planning. You know, we were playing on a few things. We still got stuff to do, but it helps us lay a foundation down for us to get back on our feet on this channel.
A little factory reset.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta reel it back to build it back up,
Yep.
So that's where we're currently at. So please stay tuned and visit the actual podcast channel where everything will be moving to.
Yep.
Sub to both, and just keep listening in. You're gonna hear more from us. You're gonna see more from us, and hopefully, God willing, it's gonna be everything you hope for and more.
Yeah.
We appreciate you tuning in and always tuning in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Appreciate the core people. There's always core people that come in, and like I said, you were saying the fans that keep asking, but specifically like Riley, I was saying shout out to Riley. He's
Riley,
watching
man.
every single video. He's still
Yeah.
asking. Moses got cousins. I got family too that ask once in a while, like my little sister and shit. So shout out to y'all that actually still even if we're slow, even if we're not posting as much, even
Still
if it's
follow
not the
us.
content, the fact that you guys still come back means a bunch. You know what I mean? So, and we're just doing this because it's fun, man. We want to do this. We want to have fun, and we want to make memories with the homies. So,
Yeah.
we set out that goal, and we want to meet it.
Yeah.
At least to halfway meet it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Exactly.
At least a little
Yeah,
bit,
at
because
least.
we have done jack shit. So, yeah.
All right.
Nothing else to say.
Say the famous line.
Yeah. With that, everyone, thank you for sticking along this long. If you have, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And as always, at the end of the day, we all got something to say. So get down to it and just talk.
Peace.
Wonderful night.
Peace. Have a good night.